Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you something. When you're on your way to success, you're going to realize something tough to accept. Not everyone is meant to go with you, and that's all right. You don't need a whole crowd. You just need the right circle. Most people want to be surrounded by a lot of people, friends, acquaintances, folks who cheer them on even when they're not moving in the right direction. But here's the truth. You don't need a whole squad to succeed. You just need a few people who truly believe in your vision. You don't need quantity, you need quality. Think about it. The more people you have in your life, the more opinions and distractions you've got to deal with. There's always someone telling you what you should or shouldn't do. When you're trying to build something great, those voices can pull you off course. You can't afford distractions when your mind is locked on something bigger than the moment. A man with no friends is simply focusing on what's important, and that's his future. He knows that success doesn't come from pleasing everybody. It comes from taking the steps that others are afraid to take. Steps that require focus, hard work, and often solitude. A true man on a mission understands that not everyone around him has the same level of ambition. Some are comfortable where they are, others are stuck in toxic patterns, and some are just looking for the next good time. But when you're building something, whether it's a business, a family, or your personal growth, you have to protect your energy. You have to protect your time. Time is the most valuable thing you've got, and a lot of people will waste it on things that won't help you move. You can bring everyone with you. You must acknowledge that you cannot bring everyone along if you are serious about succeeding. It's acceptable for some folks to fall off. You'll discover as a guy that your social circle should push you rather than limit you. Many people talk about loyalty, but let's face it, loyalty is more than just showing up when it's convenient. Loyalty is about encouraging one another to develop. When needed, it's about verifying each other. In addition to holding you accountable, a faithful friend will hold up the mirror and offer the words, "Hey, you can do better." However, not everybody is suited for that. To be safe, many individuals like to keep things cozy, but you're here to rise, not to play it safe. You must occasionally remove yourself from the commotion and distractions. You must concentrate on the important things. Taking a break from certain friendships or severing ties is necessary, if that's what it takes. Not everyone will get why you must do it. They will inquire as to why you aren't hanging out or laughing with them as you used to. Loyalty is priceless before, but a man on his grind knows that there's a price for success, and sometimes that price is distance from the very people who once filled your time. Loyalty is priceless. A lot of folks out here don't know the difference between loyalty and convenience. People will be there for you when it's easy, when you're winning, when things are smooth. But where are they when the chips are down? Loyalty is about sticking with you when everyone else is ready to jump ship. It's about having people in your corner who believe in you even when you've hit a rough patch. These are the people who stand with you when your back is against the wall and nothing seems to be going right. You see, many will call themselves your friends when it's all smiles, but true loyalty shows up when you're at your lowest. If a person doesn't show up when you're struggling, don't mistake that for a lack of love. It's a sign that they were never truly loyal to you in the first place. Loyalty is about respect. It's about knowing the grind, and it's about supporting you when everyone else is doubting you. If someone isn't loyal during your struggles, they're not real friends. They're just bystanders watching you go through it. And here's the thing, you can't always expect loyalty from the people you think are closest to you. Some people will show their true colors when times get tough. That's why you have to be careful who you trust, and why a man with no friends has learned the hard way that loyalty is something earned, not given. If you surround yourself with people who only want to ride the high times, you'll never have the foundation to weather the storms. True loyalty is about being able to rely on someone when it matters most, not just when it's convenient. Loyalty doesn't always come in the form you expected it to. Sometimes it means standing back and letting you do your thing without demanding your time or energy. Sometimes loyalty is about understanding that your focus needs to be on the big picture, giving you the space to work. People who are truly loyal to you will respect your time and support your goals without trying to take away from them. They won't drain you with endless demands for attention or validation. The right people in your life will respect your hustle. They'll understand that there are times when you need to be alone, when you need to grind, and when you need space to think and create. Those are the people you want in your circle. If they can't respect your mission, they don't belong there. Real loyalty means standing by you when no one else understands why you're doing what you're doing. It's a rare thing, but when you find it, you'll know you found a bond that goes beyond the surface. A man with no friends isn't weak. He's selective. He understands the value of energy. Every person you let in your life has to contribute. You can't afford to be drained by the wrong people. If you're serious about making your dreams a reality, you've got to be protective of who gets your time. People's energy can either fuel you or drain you, and you've got to know the difference. When you're building something that matters, not everyone is built to be part of your journey. Some people will try to bring negativity into your space. They'll question your decisions, undermine your plans, or simply be a distraction. You can't allow that. You've got to be strategic about who you let close to you, and that means being careful about who you call a friend. It's not about having a lot of people around. It's about having the right people who respect your vision and contribute to your mission. Success, your energy is too valuable to waste on people who don't understand your grind. Protect it at all costs. That means saying no when people want to waste your time. That means walking away from people who bring nothing but drama or negativity. If they're not helping you grow, they're holding you back, and that's not something you can afford. As you climb, you'll notice fewer people on the journey with you, and that's okay. Those who truly matter will remain by your side. A man with no friends understands that energy is everything. What you put out, you get back. If you surround yourself with negativity or people who don't align with your goals, you're going to get stuck in the same cycle. But if you focus on building a circle of people who are ambitious, driven, and positive, you'll find yourself rising faster than you ever thought possible. Surround yourself with the right energy, and you'll be amazed at what you can accomplish. That's why selectivity isn't about being antisocial. It's about being intentional. You don't have to be rude and polite. No. However, you must be explicit about who you allow entry to. You don't have time for energy vampires when your goal is progress. Cutting people off who are preventing you from being your best self is more important than cutting people off pointlessly. People don't deserve to be in your social circle if they can't appreciate your hustle. Except going for a walk by yourself occasionally. Not everyone will be able to accompany you on this journey. And that's okay too. You're creating something that only you can see right now, so you're not missing out. Many will want you to involve them at every turn, but the reality is that your route may be too limited for that. Because the lessons gained from traveling alone are so valuable, some journeys are meant to be undertaken alone. There will be moments when you must leave behind everything you know in order to pursue your goal. As you work towards your objectives, your friends, social gatherings, and distractions will have to take a back seat. But don't let that scare you. You discover purpose, strength, and clarity during those times of seclusion. Your success will be fueled by the things you learn about yourself that you were unaware existed. Being surrounded by people all the time is not necessary for fulfillment. Walking by yourself doesn't imply loneliness. Rather, it indicates that you're making room for your ideas and personal development. There's power. Solitude, being alone, has its own power. Without the din of other people telling you what you should or shouldn't do, it enables you to hear your own voice. You're getting ready for greatness, so you're not missing anything. Strolling alone teaches you more than strolling in a throng, even though it may feel lonely at times. It increases your self-belief, resilience, and ability to trust your gut. No one else's approval is necessary for you. You'll realize how much you're really capable of when you stand strong on your own. That is the reason the trip is worthwhile. Recognize that solitude is a necessary component of the process. There will be times when it's just you and your thoughts, if you're serious about succeeding. The magic occurs during those times. You don't need to seek them out. The proper individuals will find you. The people who are meant for your journey will appear when it matters most, if you are committed to become the finest version of yourself. Avoid searching for approval. It comes easily when you're doing the right thing. Far too many individuals spend their focus on your purpose. Too much time is wasted pursuing friendships, people, and other people's acceptance. However, you must realize that the right people will automatically enter your life when you are focused on your goal. People will be drawn to you if they share your desire, vision, and energy. It's not necessary to coerce people into being in your life or to plead with them to stay. People that genuinely care about your goal will respect your motivation, even if it means spending less time with you. Don't waste your time pursuing people who won't contribute to your development. Put Put that energy into yourself instead. Improve your skills, your attitude, and your objectives. The appropriate people will show up at the right time if you do that. You will be found by those who are meant for you. The truth is that genuine connections cannot be forced. When the time is right, someone who is intended to be in your life will enter it. Give up squandering time on unfulfilling relationships. Rather, concentrate on improving your relationship with yourself. When you're pursuing your goals, don't be afraid to be by alone, since the proper individuals will eventually appreciate your efforts and follow you. People that genuinely share your vision and goals will be able to relate to your path. Frequently, individuals attract the right people. People frequently search for friendships in an attempt to fill a hole caused by insecurity. However, you won't need to search for others to complete you once you're certain in your direction and purpose. You turn into a magnet. People will want to be around you because they recognize your vision and want to be a part of it, not because you are looking for them. There's no reason to chase. You must draw people in. Your circle gains strength when you draw in the proper people. The caliber of the individuals you draw in will matter more than their quantity. Additionally, keep in mind that it has nothing to do with being surrounded by people. You should surround yourself with like-minded people who will encourage you, push you, and be there for you when things go tough. Those that support you and understand your potential are the correct people, not those who prefer to remain in their comfort zones. If you maintain a positive attitude, you'll start drawing in people who share your goals. Saying no is a skill. Not every opportunity is favorable. Not every invitation is auspicious. You can leave if it doesn't fulfill your needs. People will want to steer you in a variety of directions, but you must maintain it. Saying no isn't a rejection mission. Saying no is a statement of your limits, not a rejection of other people. Too many people make the mistake of attempting to satisfy everyone in the hopes that they will succeed more if they accept every request or opportunity. Let me tell you something though, learning to say no is a necessary part of success. Your life changes when you begin to turn down requests that don't fit with your vision. All of a sudden, you have more time to devote to the important things. Your time is too precious to be wasted on things, people, or occasions that don't advance your goals. This is particularly true if you're aiming for greatness. Everyone will try to divert your attention, including strangers, friends, family, and coworkers. However, while your focus is on the goal, you must safeguard your time as if it were your own. Long-term success goal. Saying no is a sign of wisdom, not rudeness or selfishness. It demonstrates that you value your time and effort and are prepared to forego short-term gains in favor of long-term success. Setting your objectives ahead of other people's distractions is essential if you want to succeed. Particularly when someone you care about is vying for your attention, it's not always simple. But keep in mind that your future is at stake. Saying no to current distractions is sometimes the greatest way to safeguard your future. Setting limits and honoring your own needs are essential components in learning to say no. You are not required to be accessible to everyone at all times. You must safeguard your priorities, your mental well-being, and your ability to concentrate if you want to succeed. Those who genuinely sympathize with and encourage your journey will honor that. Those who don't well, they aren't supposed to accompany you on your walk. People cannot tug you in 1,000 different directions with your life. Saying no also entails being prepared to turn down offers, even if they initially appear alluring. There are opportunities that will derail you despite their glitzy appearance. Saying no is more than simply turning down an opportunity or invitation. It means reaffirming your dedication to your goal. I've got a bigger picture in mind, you say, and true success comes from having that mindset. A dedicated circle is more important for success than a large one. All you need are a few trustworthy individuals who appreciate your time, understand your grind, and have your back. Quality is always superior to quantity. We frequently fall victim to the notion that the more people you know, the more successful you will be in this world. Let me tell you something though, that is completely untrue. The depth of your friendships is more important than the number of them. More valuable than 100 acquaintances is a small group of people who actually care about your achievement. When times are hard, Those few people will be there for you, and when things go well, they will join you in celebrating. You need that kind of circle, not a group of folks who just come when the party is going on or you're at your best. You need individuals who will stick by you through thick and thin, people who will challenge you, encourage you to improve, and treat your victories as though they were their own. Staying loyal to your mission is more important for success than trying to please everyone. When you put quality first, you draw in people who value that. Although your circle gets narrower, you'll discover that the connections get deeper and more significant. You'll begin to spend less time with individuals who are only there to support you and more time with those who are assisting you in your personal development. It's time to reassess who you're keeping around if they aren't helping you advance. More trust is also associated with a smaller, more intimate circle. You don't have to worry about someone talking behind your back or betraying you all the time. Trust comes naturally to those who are right for you. Trust is automatic. People that are dedicated to each other's success share an unseen relationship. It's not about being flawless. Rather, it's about being honest with one another, being aware of one another's difficulties, and knowing that you will always be there for one another. Prioritizing quality over number entails concentrating on meaningful relationships. Those that push you to be your best self, encourage you to keep going, and aid in your personal development. Although having a large group of people may look impressive, what matters most in the end will be the strong, devoted people in your life. When it's necessary, learn to say no. Not everyone is supposed to be in your social circle, and not every chance is meant for you. Walking away from things that don't fit with your mission is okay. You create space for the things that benefit you when you begin to say no to the things that don't. Saying no to the wrong things means you're saying yes to the right ones, and that's how success works. Not every chance that presents itself will be ideal. Others will tug you off path, others will waste your time, and some will divert your attention. Although it's simple to get swept up in the thrill of anything new, you must keep your eyes on the long-term objective. Nothing is worth your time if it doesn't advance that objective. Have the courage to refuse things that don't benefit you. Say no. You don't have to include everyone in your social circle. Some people will slow you down, spread negativity, or prevent you from moving forward. Saying no indicates that you know what's best for you and your future, not that you're nasty or self-centered. Dead weight is not necessary for you to carry. You don't need folks who make you feel exhausted or drained of your vitality. Recognize what is preventing you from moving forward. You'll have more room to expand when you do. People will try to steer you in different directions as you become more committed to your cause. You must remain resilient. Many people will desire your time, attention, and energy, but they are only taking if they aren't contributing anything of value. You don't have time for that either. You need to be focused and disciplined if you want to create anything remarkable. Thus, practice saying no. Refuse to be distracted. Refuse anything that diverts you from your path. It is a sign of strength, not weakness, to say no. It's a statement that you know where you're headed and that nothing or anyone will stop you from reaching it. You don't need approval for your vision. It needs to be done. Your vision doesn't need approval from anybody. You must learn to follow your gut and not wait for other people to agree with you. You have to be the one guiding your future, even though it's wonderful to get advice from people you trust. Your vision is yours. Too many people look to other people for approval because they fear failure or rejection. Let me tell you something though. You cannot wait for approval. You'll be waiting forever if you're hoping someone will tell you it's okay. You must have faith in your dreams and goals. Even if no one else does, it's a part of the trip, because they aren't supposed to perceive your vision. Many others will think you're insane for pursuing something they don't understand. People who don't share your beliefs won't understand what you're trying to say. The appropriate people will notice when you have faith in your vision and follow through, and they are the individuals that count. The others are not given a vote. The world frequently tells you what you ought to do. They will make recommendations, give you counsel, and even attempt to guide you in directions they believe to be more practical. However, your vision is for you to realize, not for them to see. Your vision is yours. Give it a definition. It's yours, And if you believe in it, it will help you get through the most difficult moments. Never allow someone to tell you that your idea is too insane, too huge, or too daring. Your success will be fueled by your vision, which no one else will safeguard if you do. Those who never give up on their beliefs are the most successful people in the world. Even when others question their vision, they remain true to it. Making choices that support your vision, even when they don't make sense to the outside world, is a sign that you trust it. There are moments when it seems like you're wandering in the dark, and the road to success is not always apparent. However, trusting that you're on the correct track is more important than knowing every step. If you remain steadfast and loyal to your vision, you will eventually arrive. If necessary, be prepared to travel that path alone, because many people will not comprehend your journey. It's okay though, since your vision is for you, not for them. Lastly, keep in mind that while your vision will change as you mature, it will always remain faithful to your underlying values. Although others may come and go, and their perspectives will shift, your vision serves as the fulcrum that holds you rooted. So pursue your goals without waiting for approval from others. It's right for you if it feels correct. The cornerstone of your success is your vision, which only you can create. Give up looking to other people for approval. A man without friends is aware that he can determine his own value without the approval of others. You must learn to believe in yourself. There are a lot of people out there who are trying to get likes on social media or approval from friends and family. They must self-validation, someone to let them know they're valuable and that they're doing a good job. However, you don't require that outside validation when you truly believe in yourself and have confidence. You don't need anyone else to tell you how valuable you are. Liberation is self-validation. It implies that you can act and carry out your intentions without obtaining anyone's consent. People will always have opinions, and occasionally those ideas will conflict with your objectives. However, you avoid getting sucked into the clamor when you validate yourself. Knowing that you're headed in the right direction allows you to proceed with assurance. You can succeed without anyone else's permission. Seeking approval has the drawback of entrusting your achievement to other people. You give them the authority to judge your value. You'll constantly be doubting yourself if you depend on other people to support your beliefs or choices. However, when you validate yourself, you are aware that your decisions are grounded on your knowledge, personal experience, and values. The only person who really knows what's best for you is you. To keep going, you don't need anyone's approval. You must let go of the impulse to please other people. You will never find happiness for yourself if you spend time attempting to please other people. Your goal is to design your own life according to your aspirations, not to fulfill the expectations of others. You give yourself the freedom to pursue your goals, regardless of what other people may think when you stop looking for their approval. The only affirmation that counts in the end is the one you provide for yourself. Although it could seem impossible to live without approval, you'll discover that after you make the difficult decisions, you'll have the freedom to create the life you've always wanted. Embrace your solitude alone, because they know that silence is the foundation of greatness. Being surrounded by people all the time makes it simple to be swayed, sidetracked, or drawn away from your goal. But you get more focused when you're alone. You discover how to proceed with intention without waiting for approval from others. Desire to succeed, then accept the difficult choices. They are stepping stones to your future, so don't avoid them. The successful man is the one who can make the difficult decisions. Additionally, keep in mind that the choices you make today will influence who you are tomorrow. Accept your loneliness. A man who has no friends knows the strength of being alone. Work is best done in solitude. You discover your actual strength in the silence. No one else is present. The world is noisy. Everyone wants something from you, and everyone has an opinion. However, being alone allows you to think, reflect, and develop. Because they don't know who they are, without the outside commotion, people frequently fear being by themselves. However, it is in that isolation that you find your identity. You gain the ability to trust your intuition, pay attention to your inner voice, and base your decisions on your own truth rather than other people's viewpoints. Clarity comes from solitude. It's where you get the guts to do the bold actions that will It's where you get the guts to do the bold actions that will advance you. You accept your independence when you embrace solitude. You no longer need other people to make you happy, fulfilled, or validated. You come to the realization that no one else can define your value. You develop your self-assurance and independence in solitude. It's where you discover how to rely on yourself, have faith in your judgment, and develop into the person you were always destined to be. Some of the world's most prosperous individuals devote a significant amount of time to success isn't a destination. They realize that being alone yourself does not equate to loneliness. It entails having freedom. It entails having concentration. It entails allowing yourself the room to develop free from outside influence. The magic happens in solitude, so embrace your loneliness it is an indication of strength rather than weakness. You discover who you are when you are alone. You find your calling and are ready to live the life that is destined for you. Greatness is born in solitude. Success is about who you are when no one else is looking, not about who is around you. True strength comes from within, from having the courage to walk your path even when it's lonely. A man without friends understands. It's about realizing that a devoted circle is more important for success than a large one. Occasionally, that circle consists solely of your vision. You will be put to the test on the voyage. It will challenge you to the max. However, every choice you make, every sacrifice you make, and every time you spend alone is helping you become the person you need to be. Everything you require is within you. Your drive, your strength, and your vision. To proceed, you don't require validation or approval from others. The proper individuals will come along when you move with purpose, and you'll build the life you deserve when you make the difficult choices. Success is a journey rather than a destination, one that calls for perseverance, fortitude, and the capacity to accept both setbacks and successes. Therefore, keep in mind that your capacity to depend on yourself is what truly gives you power as you move forward. Your biggest ally is you, and you'll find out how far you can really travel when you walk by yourself. Remain positive, focus on the goal, and never lose sight of the fact that you are sufficient in your current state.